So Mary, would you like to introduce yourself?
Hi, my name's Mary Whitcomb. I am from Peru, Indiana, and I've been living here in the United States since 1995. My dad was in the military, so we moved around a lot.
Nice to hear from you. How long have you been teaching?
I've been teaching since 2006.
So I have also been teaching since 2005. I think more or less 1 year difference. Yes.
Okay, nice.
Yeah. Let me see who is going to ask the first question. So who is going to ask the first question, students? Yes, Tedipya.
Can I?
Let us go for Tedipya.
Can I? Hello, sir.
Let us
Hello,
go for
ma'am.
Tedipya. Yes, Tedipya, go ahead.
Hi, ma'am. My name is Teripya. I am studying 6th grade. My hobbies are reading books and playing games. My life ambition is to become a software engineer. Can I ask one question, ma'am? Which place do you like in India?
What?
Which place do you like India? In India.
So
What
Mary,
place I like?
Mary, actually, she wants to know your favorite place in my country, India.
Oh, goodness. You know what? To be honest, I'm not very familiar with India.
Yeah. So Tedipya, actually, our guest teacher from United States of America has not been to India, and she doesn't have much about Indian places. So probably in the future, I think she will definitely visit India. And of course, in India we have a great monument, the Taj Mahal. It's one of the wonders of the world, and a much worthy place to visit. Let us go for another participant. Okay, I will come back. Deepti, I will come back. Deepti, it's your turn.
Okay, sir.
Deepti.
Hello, ma'am. Hello, ma'am.
Hello.
My name is Deepti. I am studying 7th grade. My hobbies are reading books, playing games, and watching TV. My life ambition is to become an English teacher. Ma'am, can I ask one question?
Absolutely.
What is your teaching philosophy?
My teaching philosophy. Well,
Yes,
my teaching philosophy that everyone should have an education. And no matter your color, your age, where you're from, everyone should have that equal opportunity.
Next, Somestri, it's your turn.
Yes, sir. Hi, ma'am. My name is Soumya Sri. My hobby is reading books, playing games, and watching TV. My future ambition is to become a doctor. Can I ask one question?
Absolutely.
Somya, go ahead. Ask the question.
What is India famous for?
So, Mary, actually, she wants to know from you, what is Indiana famous for?
Indiana is famous for the Indianapolis 500, the Indianapolis cars race, and also basketball.
Okay. So, Soumya, Indiana is famous for she has mentioned, it's a very famous place. And Nagasri, would you like to ask the question?
Sir, can I?
Okay, Ram Kumar, go ahead.
Hi, ma'am. My name is Ram Kumar. I'm studying 8th grade. My hobbies are reading books, playing games, watching TV, and singing songs. My life ambition is to become a cricketer. Can I ask one question, ma'am?
Sure.
What subject do you teach at your school?
I am a Spanish teacher.
Okay, ma'am.
Ram Kumar, how many languages do you learn at school?
3.
So what are they? Can you explain briefly?
Our state language is Telugu, our national language is Hindi, international language is English.
So you mean total 3 languages do you learn at school?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Samira, it's your turn.
That's amazing.
Samira, it's your turn.
Thank you.
Hello, ma'am. My name I'm studying 10th grade. My hobby is reading books, playing games, and watching TV. My life ambition is to become a doctor. I want to ask a question.
Sure.
How is Spanish language different from English?
That's a good question. Well, the Spanish language is different as in cultural base. It comes from Latin in Europe. So it has been diversified. You can use Spanish to understand some English and vice versa.
Sir, can I?
Yes.
Hi, ma'am. My name is Ram Lakshmi. I am studying 8th grade. My hobbies are reading books, playing games, and watching TV. My life ambition is I will become a doctor. Can I ask one question, ma'am?
Absolutely.
What is weather like in India, ma'am?
Oh, Indiana weather. That's an interesting question. Right now, it's a little bit chilly. Later on today, it will be warmer. Right now, we're in transition between summer and fall.
Ramalakshmi, how is the weather? How is the weather condition right now in our region? Can we explain briefly about our weather?
Our weather, sir.
So our weather. So it's a
Our
rainy.
weather.
Yeah, it's a Mary. It has been raining for the last 24 hours. It's quite cold here, and so it is rainy season right now. Sai Nagasi.
Wow.
That
Yes, sir. Hi, ma'am. My name is Sai Nagasri. I am studying 6th grade. 7th grade. My hobbies are reading books, playing games, and watching TV. I want to ask you one question. Can I ask?
Absolutely.
How do we greet people in Spanish?
Oh, in Spanish, when you greet someone, we say hola.
Hola.
And how are you? ¿Cómo estás?
So Sai
And
Nagasi. Yeah.
depending on what country you're from, sometimes we kiss on the cheeks. Sometimes we shake hands. So it just depends what Spanish country you're from.
Sai Nagasi, hola. Can you repeat the word hola?
Hola.
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 Hola. Okay.
Thank you, ma'am.
De nada. That means you're welcome.
Yeah, Shruti, it's your turn.
Yes, sir. Hello, ma'am. My name is
Hello.
Shruti. I'm studying 7th grade. My hobbies are reading books, watching TV, and playing games. My life ambition is to become a software engineer. Can I ask one question, ma'am?
Sure, Suri.
What topics do you teach for your students as a health coach?
Could you say that again?
What topics do you teach for your students as a health coach?
As a health coach?
Yeah, that's what she's asking.
Oh, okay. Well, I teach Spanish mostly in the school system. And then as far as health coach, I show them how to eat properly throughout the day. So they're supposed to eat about 6 times a day, every 2 to 3 hours. And a lot of people only eat once or twice, which isn't good for us.
Mhm. So Shruti, how often do you take food? How many times you take food? I mean, yeah. Could you please explain? Because Mary is a health coach. She can give you any tips regarding your maybe your eating habits or something like that. So how often do you take meal? The morning
Okay.
breakfast. Can you explain briefly?
Morning breakfast,
Hmm.
afternoon lunch, evening dinner.
Yeah, you mean 3 times only.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, Mary, would you like to suggest this girl? Of course, almost all the students in this class, they take the same amount of food. I mean, only 3 times a day. So, would you like to give them any suggestion regarding taking any extra food in order to boost their?
Sure,
Yeah, please.
sure. So the way we come up with 6 meals is you're eating your breakfast, your lunch, your dinner, and then in between you eat a healthy snack.
Mhm.
So you'll eat breakfast, then 2 hours later, a healthy snack, then lunch, another healthy snack,
Hmm.
then dinner, and one last healthy snack.
Okay. So healthy snack, you mean that could you please suggest any particular specific food that my students are actually able to get that? Because most of these kids are underprivileged and poor family. They belong to the poor strata of society. Many of their parents, in fact, are wage earners, but they have something in their mind to achieve in their life. But yes, they can try to eat healthy food, but sometimes it's not possible for them to get that healthy meal. But we have in our school a free meal system in our school. Every day afternoon, all these kids take the free meal. So Kusma, in our free meal, what do you eat? And so could you please explain us? So what are the items that are served to you as a part of our free meal in the everyday afternoon? Could you please explain?
Rice, sambar,
Mm,
egg,
mm,
chikki,
mm,
dal,
mm,
halwa,
mhm.
etc.
So, Mary, as a part of the free meal provided to the students, how often do you take egg, Kusma? Once in a week or thrice in a week?
Except Saturday, sir.
So, except Saturday, every day you take the egg?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Mary, they all get one egg a day every day except Saturday. And along with the egg, they take the one curry along with the rice, because rice is a chief, I think is a part of our meal. I think we eat the rice with the combination of the curries, so it is part of our meal every day. And along with the rice and the curry, they take one egg every day. And chikki is one of the protein valued one sweet. It's given to the students as a part of the free meal scheme. Of course, the government has recognized the need to provide them a free meal, I mean nutritious food to the students. That's why they have started supplying to them. They believed strongly that these kids are underprivileged and belonging to the poor families, so their parents may not afford to provide them a good quality meal. So that's why government has started giving them free meal at least once in a day. So that's how the situation is in my region especially. And do you have the free meal system in your region, and especially in your school?
Yes, we do have the free meal system in our school as well.
Mhm.
And it entails a dairy, a vegetable, a grain, whether it be bread of some sort. So yes, we try to incorporate all the food groups in there, and there is free meal system as well.
Okay. So Lohita, can you ask the question, or Rovanit? Who is going to
Sir,
ask?
can I ask?
Sir,
I will ask, sir. Can I ask?
Lohita, go ahead.
Okay, sir. Hello, ma'am. My name is Lohita Gidja. I'm studying 8th grade. My hobbies are reading books, playing games, watching TV, and dancing. My future ambition is to become an English teacher. Can I ask one question, ma'am?
Absolutely.
Who inspired you to achieve your goal?
To my goal for teaching,
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
actually, my inspiration was my own second grade Spanish teacher. Not Spanish teacher, but my second grade teacher. She was so funny, and I saw how she did things, and I just wanted to be like her and help all the kids. And I grew up to be a teacher.
Yeah, that's really a very interesting fact. And Lohita, actually, you have just told us that you wanted to become an English teacher. So, who inspired you, in fact, to opt English as your career?
What's up?
So, you have just told us that you want to become an English teacher. So, what made you, who made you, in fact, to take English as your career? Is there anybody inspired you?
My father and Hari Krishna sir, ma'am.
Okay, okay. Next, Ronit. Ronit.
Hello, ma'am.
Hello.
My name is Runit. Can I ask one question, ma'am?
Absolutely.
What qualities are necessary to achieve one's goal?
Qualities in education or personally?
So, Ronit, can you specify in education or personally? Which one you think?
Education, sir.
Yes.
Qualities for education. Definitely perseverance. You want to be patient. You want to give it your all. Sometimes it does get hard, so you need to have grit.
Yeah, Ronit, I think you got them. So, who is going to ask the next question?
Sir, can I?
Purvika.
Sir, I will ask, sir.
Purvika.
Hi, my name is Purvika. I'm studying eighth grade. My hobbies are reading books, playing games, watching TV. Ma'am, can I ask question?
Absolutely.
Could you please offer some health tips for me?
So, in what?
Great.
So, Purvika, can you specify and what kind of tips you are expecting from our guest teacher regarding studies or regarding the health? And so, in what way you are expecting?
I expecting this, ma'am, in the daily meet.
You mean healthy in terms of food?
In times of 3 meals in our one day, lunch, breakfast, dinner.
So Mary, actually, she wants to know from you and the healthy tips for a kid like her to maintain the balanced diet.
Definitely make sure you eat all the food that you are given and drink lots of water. You need water to keep hydrated and for your organs and your body to keep hydrated. It's super important.
So in fact, in my observation, most of the kids, they don't consume enough water. They bring the water bottles every day to the school, but very few students they drink the full bottle. Some of them carry the half bottle with them. So that's a problem with many cases. So how many liters should the kids like this age group students take per day, as per your?
Oh goodness. I would probably, for anybody, no matter what age, 64 ounces of water at least.
Mm-hmm.
And technically it's supposed to be about half of your body weight in ounces.
Okay, Kusma, it's your turn.
Can I ask?
Kusma.
Hi, ma'am. My name is Kusma Sri. I'm studying 7th grade. My hobbies are reading books and playing games. My life ambition is to become a bank manager. I will ask a question, ma'am.
Sure.
What are your hobbies?
My hobbies, I love to read and I love spending time with my children.
What are your hobbies, Usma?
My hobbies are reading books, watching TV, playing games, listening to music.
Okay, Chaitanya, it's your turn.
Hi ma'am, my name is Chaitanya. I am studying 8th grade. My hobbies are reading books, playing games, and watching TV. My life ambition is to become a bank manager. Can I ask ma'am?
Sure.
What subject did you like?
What's my favorite subject?
Yes.
That's a tough question. I really like science and English.
Yeah. So who is going to ask next question?
Sir, can I ask?
Yes.
Can I ask?
Yes.
What is your mother tongue?
Mushahid.
Can I ask?
Sir, can I?
Mushahid.
Hello, ma'am. My name is Mushad Khan. I'm studying 7th grade. My hobbies are reading books and playing games and watching TV. My life ambition is to become a doctor. I want to ask one question, ma'am.
Sure.
What is your favorite free time activity?
What is my favorite free time activity? I like to be outside and play around with my kids. Where I don't have to think.
Next, Nagalakshmi, are you there?
Yes, sir. Hello, ma'am.
Hello.
My name is Lakshmi. Books and play games. My future ambition is to become an English teacher. What do you know about India, ma'am?
So Nagalakshmi, I'm really sorry because our guest teacher has already admitted the fact that she has, I think that much she doesn't have that much knowledge about the India. So it's better to ask some other question. So our next question. So who is going to ask the next question?
Sir, can I?
Jagadish.
Hello, ma'am. My name is Gattu Jagadish. My hobbies are reading books, playing games, and watching TV. My future ambition is to become an army person. Can I ask one question, ma'am?
Sure.
How do you motivate your students to achieve their goals?
So Mary, he wants to know from you, and as a teacher of Spanish, would like to motivate your students. If you want to motivate your students, how do you motivate? That's what he wants to know from you.
Oh, how do I model the language? How do I teach it?
Yeah.
When they first come in, I greet them, hola, and then I ask each one of them how they are doing in Spanish. And this is my daughter. Sorry,
Hi.
she's sitting down with us. Can you say hi?
What's your name?
You say Clara? She's being shy. But yes, I ask them how their day is going in Spanish and they try to answer in Spanish. Sometimes they're not very good at it, but they try.
Ma'am, what is her name, ma'am?
Her name is Clara.
Nice name, ma'am.
Can you say hi, Clara?
Oh, any more
She
questions?
just woke up.
Yeah. So what time is it? Yes.
Sir, can I ask?
Yes.
Ma'am, which class is studying, ma'am?
So Mary, she wants to know that what grade is your daughter in at present?
She is in kindergarten.
Kindergarten. Yes. So any more questions from our
Sir, can I?
yes,
Sir, can I?
Surya.
Hi, ma'am. My name is Sai Surya. My hobbies are reading books, playing games, and watching TV. My future ambition is not to become a police officer. I will ask one question.
Sure.
So ask Surya.
What is Indian famous for?
So I think somebody has already asked, Sai Surya, somebody has already asked that question. And what is Indiana famous for? So would you like to ask some other question?
Sir, can I? No, sir. Sir, can I? Name.
Manaka.
Hi, ma'am. My name is Menika. I am studying 8th grade. My hobbies are reading books, playing games, and watching TV. Can I ask one question, ma'am?
Yes, ask.
What is your teaching?
So Manaka, again, I think somebody has already asked this question. So before I let the students ask the questions, please mute your microphone. Manaka, please mute your microphone. So Soumya, please.
Sir,
Just a minute.
yes, sir.
I would like to interact with our guest teacher. So Mary, actually, these kids, most of the kids here, actually, they are studying in a rural public school. Their knowledge in English is, I think, they're all beginners, but they have a passion to learn the language. So could you please offer them some tips? To improve their spoken skills. In India, we have multi religious and multi languages. I think many states in India speak different languages. So each state has its own language. So would you like to offer some tips in order to improve their English spoken skills? Because English is quite essential here in order to communicate with our fellow Indians. But you might not face any problem living in America, because almost every part of America, I think English is widely spoken. But in India, it's not like that. In India, if we go to the other state, they speak another language. So in my state, we speak one language. So in order to communicate, all the Indians, I think English is lingua franca. I think it's the only link language that can connect one Indian with another Indian. So that's why English has been, I think, is a medium of instruction in almost all the schools across India. So it is also made mandatory to for every student to learn English. So being a English native speaker, could you please offer some tips to my students in order to improve their spoken skills, especially the spoken skills are needed for my students.
Absolutely. First of all, I want to say all of you spoke wonderfully. Okay, you did a very good job on speaking English. Now, for native speakers, I grew up learning two languages, Spanish and English together. So I needed to listen very carefully. So that is one tip, listen carefully and speak slowly. Because in Spanish, we like to speak very fast. As I noticed in India, we speak very quickly. So sometimes we just need to slow down so we can understand what is being said.
Yeah. So students, I think you understood what our guest teacher has just given us. We have to speak slowly, and so we have to understand what the others are saying, so that we can listen and we can speak. So it's a great valuable in fact, a suggestion as far as the learning English is concerned. So, Mary, we have 7 minutes time is left. Would you like to give any message to my students?
Absolutely. I just want to say all of your goals and your ambitions are amazing. Keep striving for that. You can do it no matter what. And also, I have a few questions for you
Yeah, please.
since I need to learn about India.
Yeah.
So you said there's many states in India. How many states are there in India?
Yeah. So it's a basic question, and who is going to answer to this question? How many states are there in India? So, Kusma, would you like to answer? Kusma.
29 states, sir.
Okay, total 29 states are there in India.
Yes, sir.
So, what is the name of our state?
India, sir.
Our state, our state.
Andhra Pradesh, sir. Andhra Pradesh.
Andhra Pradesh. So,
Andhra Pradesh.
Andhra Pradesh is
Andhra Pradesh.
one of the states, I think, of India, 29 states. I would like to share the location of my region. Let me do it. So, are you able to see this?
Yes,
Sir.
I am.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, don't sit. So, Mary, you can see this.
Mira. Ito pala.
So, Mary, you can see this. This is the India map, and 29 states are there. So, this red marked region is where exactly we are living here. It's called Andhra Pradesh, and we are so close to the Bay of Bengal. And here is a big ocean. It's a water body here. So we are close to the Sri Lanka. This is the southern part of India. It's called Andhra Pradesh. This is
This might sound like a silly question. Does it snow there?
No, in fact, in this India, in our country, except this place, Jammu and Kashmir, you can see I have just pointed out that this is the place where people experience the snowfall almost all 365 days. This place, because this region is close to the Himalayas. This region is close to the Himalayas, and I mean Mount Everest and maybe Tibet and China. So this particular state experiences snowfall almost 365 days. Except this, I think this part, Himachal Pradesh is also there. Himachal Pradesh also is one of the states where you can experience the snowfall. So other than these two states, I think almost all rest of the states, they experience the hot weather, hot and tropical weather. Yeah, throughout the year, 365 days, we experience the very hot and humid weather. And when it comes to our state, since we are located close to the ocean, and here the humidity levels are very high, and summer in my state is quite measurable, and you can't stay here. Being an American, you can't even stay for one day because it's too hot, almost 45 degrees, 50 degrees sometimes, and humidity levels, you tend to sweat a lot if you go out. But we are so habituated. We are so used to this kind of conditions living in this part of world. So that is the information as far as our is concerned. And we have 2 minutes time is left. Still anyone wants to say? If you have any questions, you can ask. No. Let us give the chance to our guest teacher to ask any question.
Okay, so I heard many that like to play games. What kind of games do you guys like playing?
Yeah. So who is going to answer to this question? What kind of games do you like?
Sir, can I?
Yes, Ram Kumar. Ram Kumar.
I likely most to play cricket, ma'am. My life ambition also to be a cricketer.
So Mary, cricket is one of the Commonwealth games. It is one of the Commonwealth game. It's a Commonwealth game. It is seen playing in only limited countries like Australia, New Zealand, England, West Indies, South Africa, and there are more than 7 countries, 8 countries are there where this game is being played. But India, when it comes to the India, I think in India, many people, many students, almost everybody, they are so crazy about this game, cricket. It's like football in your country. So that's what he has just mentioned, that he wants to aspire to become a cricketer. So just 1 minute time is left. So students, it's a great time. Actually, we spend a really lovely time with our guest teacher, Mary. And let us say thanks to our guest teacher for being with us and for listening to your questions.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
You're very welcome.
Bye, ma'am. Bye, ma'am.
So Mary,
Bye.
Bye, ma'am.
final words. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for being with us. Thank you so much.
Bye, ma'am.
Thank you so much. I hope to see you guys soon again.
Okay.